So the next part is you are going to learn about the appliances, right? අපි ඒකත් මේ short note එකට add කරගමු. Household electrical appliances, right? You will be learning about what, Puta? You will be learning about what is power, right? Power is measured in watt, right? And then you will be learning about voltage. How do you measure the voltage and why do you have to measure the voltage and so on in electrical appliances? Okay. So what is this household appliances? Electrical appliances, just not all the appliances. Household electric appliances. Now comes the main part of this lesson where the effects of current. Okay, this is what makes the lesson so interesting. Effects of current when or effects of electricity. Puta, listen to me very carefully. This is the main part of the lesson. Okay, when we talk about current flowing through something, right? Not something, a conductor. Current can flow through only conductors. It will have certain effects, Puta. Right? What did I say? When the current is flowing through a conductor, it will have certain effects. Okay? It can even make a chemical change. When the current is passing through salt, right? A salt, it can have an impact or effect on this particular solution. So we call it the chemical effect. And then it can even have a magnetic effect. All of this is mentioned in your syllabus, okay? Magnetic effect, right? And then it could even have heating effect. You might have experienced this when you're overusing the phone or the laptop, or even when the bulb is lit for a longer time. What happens? Well, that gets heated up, right? So the same thing is used, this particular phenomenon that is happening here when the current is passing through this filament bulb, right? And suddenly if you want to change the bulb to a different area, you can't touch it from your bare hand because it's too hot. What has happened, Puta? Because the current is passing through it, it has heated now. It has been increasing its temperature. So the same thing, this is a disadvantageous thing, but you can use it for a advantageous purpose, such as to heat the water heaters, maybe the iron, the electric iron, right? The maybe the electric stove, right? So heating effect is also very important. Okay, then what else? Let's look at your book. Back to your textbook. Over here, what are the effects you're going to learn? Firstly comes the heating effect, one. Then comes the light effect. Okay, I think I forgot to mention that. When the current is passing through it, you can make it lit, such as the what? LEDs, right? When the current is passing through it, it will light up. Okay, light effect. Then comes the magnetic effect. I included that. Is that it? Chemical effect. And that's it, right? Okay. So I'm going to get rid of my sketchings here. And then I'm going to write it properly. So Puta, how many effects do we have? We have about 5, right? Light, heat, magnetic, chemical. What is it that I'm missing here? Is that it? I'm missing one. Oh, okay, only four effects, no? Right, light, heat, magnetic, and chemical. All right, okay. So, right. Any questions regarding this, Puta? And also, Puta, the resistors, there could be various. Some LDR, light dependent resistors, rheostat, variable resistors, and fixed permanent resistors. Okay, all of those can come here. Switches, of course, plug key, and you have the tap key, no? Right. Okay. Any questions regarding this, Puta? Does anybody have any questions? Sarah, Alia, Rishabh?
No, teacher.
No
No.
questions. All right. Then we'll try to do a question, okay? Right. Over here, the 4B, right? Just start it, okay? Start it. Start this question. See if y'all can understand what they're asking and try to answer whatever you can. All right. I think maybe we had enough time. Anybody who has finished off this question, answering these questions? Sarah, Alia, Krishev, still writing?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, right. Mm. Okay, time up. We'll discuss the answers, Putta. Write the method of connecting voltmeter and the quantity measured by the voltmeter. So 2 marks. So when you see such a question with 2 marks, you must know that they are asking for two things most of the time. So can you see here, Putta? Firstly, they are asking write the method of connecting the voltmeter and the quantity measured by the voltmeter. So you must mention two answers, right? The answer has to have two words. Okay, what is the method of connecting a voltmeter, Putta? How do we connect it? We parallel, right? The voltmeter must always be parallel to the circuit, right? Parallel to the circuit. So let me write it parallel. Then what is always connected to the circuit in series form?
Ammeter?
Yes, ammeter, right? So the quantity measured by the voltmeter is voltage. So these two words must be mentioned. So I'm going to give you all a short note like thingy where you all have to know this. Let me get rid of this box. Right, what I wanted to tell you all is that when you are connecting uh, when you're connecting an ammeter, listen to me very carefully, okay? An ammeter is used for what? It is used for measure the current. Measure the current. So how is it connected? How is this instrument connected? You can write always connected. Always connected series. Always connected in series form. Then unit. What is the unit that you measure it from? Ampere. Or mostly the standard unit is ampere, or it could even have milliampere. No? Right. So used for always connected how it's always connected, and the unit of what you're measuring. You're measuring the current unit is ampere or milliampere. Then comes the voltmeter. Voltmeter. What do you use it for? To measure the voltage. To measure the voltage. Voltage. How do you connect it? Always it's going to be parallel. And what is the unit? V. Right? V. Volt. This is, if you want, you can write the full form ampere and volt. Okay, Puta? Right? So, what do I mean by series form and parallel form, Puta? Now, අපි මෙහෙම බලමුකෝ. You want to measure this current flow in this circuit. බලාගන්න. Right? How much of current is flowing through this circuit? You have a bulb and you have a switch. Harida, right? So you want to measure how much of current is flowing through this particular circuit. It's not correct if you connect the ammeter. Now, what do you have to connect, Putha, if you want to check the current flow? What do you have to connect? An ammeter, right? So how much of current is passing through this bulb? To check that, if you connect an ammeter like this, it's wrong, right? So if you want to check for the current flow through this bulb in this circuit, you're supposed to connect it. How? In series form. Like this. Does this make sense? This is what the word series mean. What did I tell you in the beginning? Series mean one after the other. One after the other. Make sense? Three of y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Right. Now, if I ask you, if I want to check for the voltage, right? How much of what is the potential difference from this point to this point? How do I measure it? I need to connect a voltmeter to this circuit. So connecting a voltmeter, if I connect the same way over here, that won't work. I have to connect it parallel to the circuit. And when I want to measure the voltage between this point, the dry cell, I have to connect it here. Okay, I can connect it anywhere I want. Okay, and yes, so I hope this makes sense to y'all. Any questions regarding this, Puta?
No.
No, teacher.
No questions. Okay, so back to what we were doing. Okay. And then, of course, I'll try to share a link with y'all that y'all can learn about this in further details and get your hands more used to this. Okay, I'll share that link where you can connect cells and measure the voltage and everything. Okay, you can do that online on screen. I'll share the link with y'all after this question. First, switch on and get the ammeter reading. Secondly, remove the permanent resistor and connect XY using a copper wire. You can see over here, put our X and Y. So what I'm going to do over here, I'm going to get rid of this, right? Let me draw it here. I'm going to get rid of this, right? And then I'm going to connect a copper wire. Right? Through a copper wire, I'm going to connect these two. Now they are telling you if is there any difference between in the ammeter readings above the two instances with the resistor and with the copper wire? What do you think, Puta? Will there be any changes? What do you all think? Firstly,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. If you tell yes, you have to come up with a reason. What is the reason? So, what do you think,
It is
Sarah?
what it is.
What is it?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Okay, but that won't give you
No,
mark.
but Yeah, so maybe because the copper wire might slow it down.
You think copper wire can slow the current down?
Yeah.
Why do you think so? Copper is known for its what, Puta? Copper is known for its good conductivity,
Mm.
isn't it? It's one of
Mm-hmm.
the best conductors.
Ah, that's nickel.
Ah, yes, it is. You're right. So resistors are made up of nichrome, right? Okay, so what is the purpose of resistors, Puta? We use it to control the current, right? You slow the current with resistors. And you now what are they telling you to do? You are supposed to remove that resistor and put a copper wire. So resistor would have slowed the current down. Where as soon as you connect the copper wire, you will see a whoosh in this.
Like fast. Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be
yeah, it'll be with the copper wire, the passing of current is increased. So you can tell less current flows through the permanent resistor. And if the copper wire is used instead of the resistor, now a high current can flow through the circuit. Does that answer make sense, Alia and Krishev?
Yes, teacher.
All right, okay. Alia, did that make
yes.
sense? Okay, right, Futa. So, yes, now we are done with this part. So okay, I wanted to share that. Okay, till I get that link, I want you all to try this question. Um, okay, this lesson is also important. That is okay, I think this is an interesting question, the bio part. Let me zoom in. Okay, right. So, what are they telling you over here, Puta? You are supposed to look at the picture and answer. Okay. So, yeah, start this question. It's a very easy questions where you have the what do we tell? Uh, Animals classification you need taking, right? Of course, this is a first term lesson. But still they can ask questions on this. So just try to do it.
For that butterfly question,
Yes.
let's just say, I know it's not the correct answer, but like, let's just say a butterfly is from mollusca. Do I write like, um,
Yes, you're supposed to tell which group they belong
mollusca?
to. Yeah.
Oh, invertebrate.
No, Putahi, they're asking you write the invertebrate group which butterfly belongs to. So invertebrates are classified into small tiny groups, further groups, right? So you're supposed to write the name of that particular group. They already have told you that it is invertebrate, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And mollusca it is.
That is not correct.
I know. So what is A?
Mm, where is it? A and B.
Is it a cow?
No, it's not a cow. Alia,
It looks very,
Alia, what do you think it is?
Is that? I feel like, oh, it's a deer.
Hmm.
I saw like the horns as like plants for the background. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah, but by the way, I just want to share this with you all. There are these circuits where you can change components and you can play with, okay? But don't try this uh, before your exams, right? You have to focus on your exams, but once your exams are done, you can maybe uh, go through this website, okay? It's a very nice one where you can do stuffs, right? Where you can have wires and you can, this is a resistor. So you can create your own circuit and measure the current as,
Oh wow.
yeah, right? You can do those. So I'll be sharing the link.
Like the brown things are the wires.
Yes, it is. So I can connect a dry cell here, right? And
Right.
see, Puta, I'll just try to show it for you. So I'll just connect it here and then another wire over here. And I'll just remove this resistor because I don't want it. So you can increase the resistance. If you increase the resistance,
What
can
about
you?
a switch?
Yeah, we'll put a switch too. So here's my bulb and here's the other wire. Okay. Okay. Now see it lit up because the connection, I gave the connection, isn't it, Puta? So from here I can
Oh
cut
wow,
it.
there's animations also.
Yes, it is. Okay. So I'll shorten it.
Oh, that's so cool.
I know, right? So you can, if you want, you can add a switch, right? You can close it, you can open it, right? And then put, of course, now the switch is closed. Okay. So this one is an interactive okay, now telling about the voltmeter, I just wanted to show you, right? If you want to check for the voltage, okay, let me close the circuit. Now the circuit is closed. Now look at this, Puta. I have to connect the points here to where? Now I'm not connected to anywhere, right? So the voltage is none. There's nothing. As soon as I connect it, can you see? This is the bulb is 9 volt, right? It's the voltage of it is 9 volt. So wherever I keep it, from here to here, it is going to be always 9 volt. But if I just keep it in between the wires, okay, the voltage is not, there's nothing, right? So whatever the component, the electrical component, it will have a specific voltage, right? Can you see?
Oh yeah, that's why it's supposed to be connected in parallel.
Parallel, exactly. So if you want to
That
connect,
would always be measuring in between the bar.
yeah. Now the ammeter, right? If you want to check the ammeter, Puta, how do you think you're supposed to connect it? You're supposed to connect it in circuit
On
form,
the wire
in series form,
series.
in series form. So can you see I just connected it right here? So how much of current is passing through this? It is 0.9 ampere. Okay, so you can measure the voltage of the battery. Sarah, your voice is breaking.
0.
All right. Okay. So I'll send you this link, right? Uh, in the chat. So just copy and paste it somewhere where you can go through it later. Okay. All right. Now let's go back to the question. Okay. Right. What do you all think, පුතා? අපි මේක මාත් එක්කම answer කරන්නකෝ. This is a first term unit නේ. So we'll quickly go through this. Name the vertebrate group A and B belong to. A and B. Okay, so A belongs to what? It's going to be which category? Can you all remember?
Mammalia.
A is
Mammalia.
Mammalia. Yes, it is. Then B is
Reptilia.
Reptilia. It is. Okay. Good. Write the invertebrate group which butterflies belongs to. Butterflies belongs to which
Arthropoda.
Arthropoda. Yes, it is. Write two features of the vertebrate group which animal C belongs to. They want features. What are the features of the group fish or piscus? You can tell Puta that they have a scaly skin, right? And they have fins. What else? Features of the vertebrate group of the sea. So you can, of course, tell that they have gills, right? They do not have lungs. They have gills for respiration, right? So that's about them. Anything else that comes into your head when you think about a piscus, about a fish? If I go to your textbook, I'll show it to you all what they have mentioned. Here are they. Okay. So respiration through gills, right? And the body is covered with scales and streamline shaped, right? And of course they have fins and possess eyes without eyelids. Okay, that also you can mention. There is a Vatakeia plant associated with the pond. What is the specified root seen in this plant? Vatakeia. So, what do you think? A plant that is living in such an environment, what kind of adaptation do you think the roots must have? What do you think, Puta? Alia, any guesses? Any idea? Vatakeia plant එකට පුතා මොන root තියෙන්නේ? It is stilt root, right? And of course, Puta, you can identify that from the picture itself, no? Right? The root is supporting the stem. So when the roots are supporting the stem, we call it stilt roots. Okay? That's from your third lesson. Then let's go for the next question. You have write a feature that is specified only to the vertebrate group that belongs to D. What is D? It's a duck, or yeah, it's a duck. So what do they have? What is specific in them, Puta? What is specific? Come on, think.
Feathers.
Yes, they do have feathers, right, in their body. The body is covered with feathers. That's a good one. And then what about the beak? You can even mention that. None of the other vertebrates have a beak, nor feathers. So you have to mention about unique features that only these creatures have. Okay. They name the animal which possess external ear lungs for breathing and skin with sebaceous glands and hair. Well, of course, that really explains us, isn't it? Okay, we have an external ear, we do respiration by lungs, and we do have skin with sebaceous glands and hair. So that's mammals, right? Name the animal. So maybe you can call A. A. You can't write human because you can't see a human in this picture. Okay, right. Next question. When a water sample from the pond was observed under the lower power objective of light microscope, it was observed microorganisms often change its shape. Name these microorganisms. Okay, so an organism that can change its shape. Well, of course, when you talk about the microorganisms, Buddha, there is just one in your syllabus where you learn that they kind of have a very funny changing shape. Who is that? It's going to be amoeba, right? This one. Does that make sense? Because the others have a fixed shape, Puta. They have a fixed shape. Chlamydomonas, Paramecium, they don't change their shape. But this one, it's like if you have seen the movie Spider-Man 3, the Venom like thing, right? Like it's kind of like uh what do we tell? It can change its structure and shape, okay? The way it walks. It's exactly how amoeba goes around, okay? We call these thingies as pseudopodia, right? Okay, back to the question, and we are done with that. Okay, next, this is an important part which I wanted to discuss with you all. 4A. This is your chemistry. Okay, go ahead with this, Puta. I'll give you all just 5 minutes, right? And then I will discuss this question with you all. Go through it. Now, you all have to be quick, right? Don't get stuck to a question if you can't understand, right? Just skip it. Just if you read the first one, you don't know, then go for the next one, right? As that, you have to finish, read, at least go through all the questions when the question is given. Don't just read it and just say that you can't understand, okay? You must read the question fully, and then you should have written something before I discuss the question. Okay, go ahead. So this question, Puta, explains you about the chemical change and also about something of electroplating, a chemical effect of electricity, right? So this question you can